I'm Al Filreis.
I'm Anna Safford.
And this is ModPoMinute, actually 5 minutes.
We're hoping to scratch the surface of a short poem that we like.
So let's get started. Well, hi, we're in Montreal, and Andrew Whiteman is here. Hey, Andrew.
Hi.
Hey, where are we exactly?
We're in Jeanne-Mance Park, across the street from my house at the west end of the plateau.
This is very cool, and it's gotten very cold here in October in Montreal. Anna, hi. We have Victor Coleman's Sock Options. Andrew, will you read it, and then we'll talk about it?
Love to. Sock options. The collective is the blind spot of democracy. Consensus, an agreement of the whole at one's expense. Old people only die when they're ready. The young kill themselves through overdetermination. After 3 lines, the usual idiot goes for the phone. No one answers.
It's so funny when you hear it read. Okay, so let's just go right to the after 3 lines joke. After 3 lines, the usual idiot goes for the phone. No one answers. Explain that somehow. Anna, you start.
Well, the after 3 lines is certainly in part a reference to the fact that all of the stanzas preceding this one have been 3 lines.
Right.
And then the poem ends with the 1-line stanza, no one answers.
Yeah, I guess the idiot has gone to the phone. Maybe the idiot is the
idiot,
speaker.
just sort of left and off I go. No answer the phone.
Right.
Or the idiot is, the one who's like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Maybe someone on the phone will tell me.
What's poetry for?
These are little koans in a way. The young kill themselves through overdetermination. It's something you'd want to write on a wall or in an elevator of a business, an office building. Can someone paraphrase that, obviously?
Wait, why would you want that on an office building? The young kill themselves through overdetermination?
Stop being so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Stop being so determined?
Get off the ladder. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't need explication.
I think Victor's writing here is in the epigrammatic style, which not unlike Ed Dorn's abhorrences. It's satire. It's sharp. It's to the point. It's blatantly vaudevillian and humorous. But when you laugh, as you guys both did when I was reading it, you're laughing because there's something sharp and real underneath.
Yeah, totally.
And here you have the 2 triads. So 2 epigrams attach because they become parallelistic. Old people, young people. So old people only die when they're ready. The young kill themselves through overdetermination. I just love that parallelism. Is it worth commenting on further? Or is it just so self-evident? The difference between old people and young people is?
Age.
In some...
Age?
Just age?
Years?
I don't know. The first 2 epigrams, first one... So, you go ahead.
Well, these are also... Well, yeah, the first 2 are also parallel.
They are.
The first
one
2
is about
stanzas.
the collective, and the other is about the one.
More?
Well, collective and consensus, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, collective is a left version of... collective is to democracy as left is to liberal. But consensus is the right version of collective. That's everybody has to agree.
Well, the agreement of the whole, as he puts
the agreement of the whole at one's expense. There's a pun there.
Yeah.
One's expense.
Yeah.
But also at the expense of the one.
Yeah.
It's very, very smart.
Expense tying back to sock options.
Yes. So now we have to connect expense and sock options.
Right.
The jokes just don't quit.
It's just on and on and on.
Yeah.
Sock options almost seems like the title he had and had to use, and so he wrote the poem because it's too good to throw out.
It's true, yeah.
What does
if you
it
think
mean?
of a title like that?
Sock options.
To play on stock options.
Yes.
Being sort of like a businessy term.
Yeah.
But presumably one with stock options would also have an awful lot of socks. You would think.
I don't know. Or maybe
that's exactly
the old person.
That sounds like Victor to me, because when I've talked to him about this stuff, he ends up telling you, you're the idiot going for the phone. I just make poems. You know what I mean?
But no one answers, Andrew. It's like the best line to end a short poem.
Sure is.
Can we say more about it? No, it's so obvious, but no one answers.
Well, there was a wonderful, I'm not sure where the phrase came from, but very early in Coach House, they played with this graphically, echoes without saying. And that was, I bet
great.
that's Victor. And they did it, they set it up graphically many different ways.
Right.
And when I worked at Coach House, you would see the poster up on the wall from the early 70s.
Yeah, we're talking about Coach House. home of Coach House Press in Toronto.
Yeah.
And he's a Toronto poet.
Yeah. And a founder of Coach House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Final thought, Anna.
He has such a brilliant mind and such a wonderful attention to language, and as Andrew, you've said multiple times, just the humor and the play in this. What a good reminder that language, in as much as language is very serious and a very serious thing, language is also really fun.
Yeah.
Andrew, final thought?
My final thought is just Victor Coleman.
Show the book.
This
Selected Poems.
Selected Poems. This is just one of many. He not unlike Ashbery, he writes every day. And there's a mountain of material, and it's so worth checking out. He's an outrider, he's an outlier, and it's really important to give attention to these people.
Andrew Whiteman, thank you so much. Anna, thank you so much.
Thank you. If you liked this episode, watch another and subscribe.
And join us for ModPo, a free and open course at modpo.org.